ask you to do. You probably got the lid on. If when you tell your dreams to all your friends, it makes sense to them, you got your lid on, man. Your dreams should not make sense to everybody. You got to say something that make people go, how you gonna do that? That's when you got the lid off. And if I were you, I'd do that. I'd take the lid off. Makes sense to me, don't it?
They're always going to get ready to get set to get going. What we've got to do is, boom, just like that, move into action.
Every time you remember your dream, you're removing some dirt. You're digging it back out. The true mark of a champion is even though some dirt gets thrown on your dream, instead of letting it get buried, you keep shaking it off. You keep moving forward. You keep looking for a new opportunity. You wouldn't be having that opposition if you didn't have something great in you. If your dream wasn't alive and on track, right on schedule to come to pass, you wouldn't have so many things coming against you. That dream is still alive. You may have tried a year ago, 5 years ago, or 40 years ago. Didn't work out. Nobody was there to help you. Go back and try again. This is your time. This is your moment. Your destiny is calling out to you. Can I tell you, your dream is not dead. It's just not in season. Your time is coming. Promotion is coming. Good breaks are coming. Promises you've been standing on. Dreams you've been praying about. Lack is not your destiny. Constantly struggling, barely getting by is not the end of your story. These light afflictions are for a moment. The adversity is temporary. The glory is eternal. Lord, I believe this is my year to get healthy and whole. This is my year to meet the people of my dreams. This is my year to go further in my career, to step into a new level of my destiny. This is my year to accomplish dreams, to break free from this depression. This is my year to meet the right people. This is my year to get healthy and whole. This is your year to see double. This is your year for vindication, for restoration, for new beginnings. Now get your mind going in the right direction.
Here's the secret. The people that do the most with their lives, the people that seem the most self-assured, the ones that seem to embody confidence, the ones that seem to define confidence, they're the ones that had to face down the most fear. They simply didn't linger in it.
Don't hate your competitors. Respect your competitors. Learn from him.
I had a very important person in my life come to me and say, who's your hero? And I said, I don't know, I got to think about that. Give me a couple of weeks. I said, I thought about it. You know who it is? I said, it's me in 10 years. So I turned 25 10 years later. That same person comes to me and goes, so are you a hero? And I was like, not even close. He said, why? I said, because my hero is me at 35. So you see, every day, every week, every month, and every year of my life, my hero is always 10 years away. I'm never going to be a hero. I'm not going to attain that. I know I'm not. And that's just fine with me because that keeps me with somebody to keep on chasing.
That's the thing. Success and failure are generally slow processes. Either slowly building things up or gradually tearing them down. And that's why I say you've got to pay attention. You have to watch. You have to watch every single second.
Choose love, and don't ever let fear turn you against your playful heart.
I believe in manifestation. I believe in putting a rocket of desire out into the universe, and you get it when you believe it. You get it when you believe you have it, and that's the key.
So we want to get really sensitized, acutely sensitized, sensory acuity, to whether what we're doing is working or not. And by the way, sensory acuity is really the measure of a person's intelligence. What I mean by that is, how do we measure intelligence? Intelligence is a measure of the number and quality of distinctions you have in a given situation.
You can handle this, you just haven't figured it out yet. It's all right, this is your training period. This is the tuition you have to pay for what you don't know. You can do this, other people have done it. It doesn't take an Einstein. Get you some people that can teach you some stuff that you don't know. Get you some people that have done it successfully and learn from them. Take some seminars, workshops, read some books on how to manage a business. Change the way you see yourself and begin to tend to the personal details. Understand that nobody's going to take care of your business better than you.
You will notice the most successful people in any field, they are usually the ones who have failed more than anybody else. You see the difference between a successful person and everyone else? It's not a lack of strength. It's not a lack of knowledge. It's a lack of will.
It's up to you in a world where we're taught to look outside for answers, for a job that will make us happy, for money that will make us happy. The answer is within. We already have it. We already have the answer, but will we unleash it? Will we give it? Will we own it? Will we truly reinvent ourselves to become the people that we're capable of becoming?
The bow too tightly strung is easily broken, says one of the proverbs. Balance is a gorgeous thing. So be monomaniacal in your execution around your high-value targets, your HVTs, your mission plan, but also build in some rewards. And that's going to send a gorgeous message to your conscious and your subconscious mind that, hey, this daily practice of execution around my deliverables is a beautiful thing. And you create this thing called momentum. And the monk who sold his Ferrari, I went back and I saw this recently. I think there's a whole chapter on momentum. And you become like this. I love skiing. You start off small, but as you go down the slope, you pick up momentum. A lot of people say, Robin, where do I start? I want to start a new business. I want to become a better artist. I want to find the love of my life. I want to be a world-class creative. I want to multiply my financial life. Where do I start? You just start. You just start. There's great power in the start. And when you start, life starts supporting you.
Well, God wants us all to be courageous because He knows we'll face times in life and situations and circumstances that it takes more than just a desire, it takes courage. Many people operate on the basis of fear, on the basis of what other people think. We as believers should operate on the basis of courage. Courage to say no when we ought to say no. Courage to say yes when we should say yes. So what kind of courage do you have? Is yours sort of floating between, depending on the situation? Or do you know the difference between right and wrong for your life? And you've made up your mind.
All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. We are live around the world with Launch Ads Live. Launch Ads Live Q&A. And Mario and Wayne are in the studio, and we're ready to do some Q&A. So here's how it works. I can do a demo of how the software works, or I can answer your specific questions. I love to answer questions for people who are currently trying to make things work. So Wayne and Mario, you are in the studio. If you have a question, please unmute and I will be happy to answer your question. Let's see. I'm going to pop in the chat as well. If you are watching on Facebook, you can join us at Meetin, meetn.com/launchcart. If you're on YouTube, same deal. And we're recording, so you can watch this in Facebook, on the Facebook Live recording, and also watch it on the YouTube channel. That's where it stays. The Facebook Lives go away after a while, but as you're going to see today, the UI user interface has changed. And so I was running an ad yesterday, actually, and today I went in and I kind of was lost. So we'll take a look at that as well. Harold, welcome to the show. Everybody in studio is welcome to unmute, share screen. Looking for some questions. Mario unmuted. What's up?
Yeah, what's up, Kevin? Thanks for being with us. When you say that you're lost, I love it because we should get a quick demo. What I'd like to do is to set up some Google Ads specifically for land, folks that have land in different parts of the country, and then dial those campaigns in. So that's kind of where I would be hitting this from.
So you haven't used launch ads yet?
Not at all. I actually, believe it or not, I've owned it for a year. Today's my renewal date, ironically, and I'm gonna start to use it.
Yeah, I get you.
It was
I get it.
recommended very highly by a handful of people I like and trust. And I was like, I gotta get this. I can't use it at the moment. I gotta get it. And next thing you know, a year goes by, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I'm gonna use this.
You're not alone. Probably pretty common when you find something really good and you get a good deal. That's the other thing. You got a great deal if you bought it a year ago. But yeah, what I'll do is, how about for now, unless Harold or Wayne, if you have a specific question, for now, what I'll do is I'll just go in and take a look at the user interface and what has changed, or just kind of walk through it a bit. So if that works good for everybody, give me a 1 in the chat, or just open your mic and tell me that's good. If I don't hear from anybody, I'll just do it. Not seeing or hearing anything. So I will share screen, and I'm going to go here. All right. And I'm currently in my my CRM, my LaunchCart CRM. And at the bottom left, I am in launchads.ai. And so this is the home page. And if you're new to it, the first thing you should do is go over to brand context. Now, this is where it threw me today, because this looks different than it did literally just yesterday. So I'm going to go to brand info first. And what you can do is put in the URL of your website right here, if you have one. And when you do that, you can click this get data from website. So what will happen is when you click that button, it will go to your site. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more so it's bigger. You can see it grabbed the logo. This is something I already did. So I already clicked that button. It got the name of the company, which I work for a nonprofit, Fostering Our Future. It found that, put it in as the industry, and then it went to Fostering Our Future decided to host a Foster Adoptive Day. Okay, this is just the most recent thing that we advertised, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. We just started this advertisement a couple of days ago, and it's where we have a special day coming up, Friday the 27th. People can get into Sea Life Orlando for a lot less than you normally would. This is for adoptive and foster families. So that's the product and service description, although that's not the main thing that we do. And this is new. So over here on the right, what are your top 2 goals to achieve right now? So this is new, and you're going to want to click these, select these, because it's going to help the AI become smarter about what kinds of ads it creates. So I would say, let's see. Yeah, none of this. One of our big goals right now is to get donations. I'm going to put get sales, but I'm not sure that that's a good goal. I'm not sure that they'll be able to interpret that very well. But we could up our messages and signups or inquiries on my site. That's probably a good one right there. But anyhow, you choose a couple of those. And again, this is just to set up the background for how you're going to use the software. It's got a brand color, and you can put in a location if you want to. This Fostering Our Future right now, the primary place we're working is in Orlando. So you can do that and click next. Excuse me. The second part is instructions. And so this is going to get automatically filled in based on your brand. But there are some defaults that they use. But you can see I've edited it just a little bit. So use a conversational, friendly tone, narrative storytelling, inspirational quotes, things like that. This is just, again, if you know anything about prompting with AI, this is the prompting to make sure that when it creates content, when it creates ad copy, it's going to use our voice. And so you can do several other things like add your target audience. As a matter of fact, we do have a target audience. My target audience is women age 28 to 60. That's women. That is one of our main target audiences, just because we've found that that's who we're reaching with Facebook. And of course, in the foster care world, that's a lot of times women are the ones who are driving that process. Okay, so we go next, and this is something that is brand new. So this wasn't even it's not just that the user interface changed. This is something new. So what's really cool about this is if you have a store or if you have different products, this company isn't a great example of that. And I did talk to Greg, and I'm gonna start using some of his examples where he's running for more product kinds of things. But you can click add from website, generate, add manually, or bulk upload coming soon. And this is where you can actually delineate multiple products or services. Again, all of this is just background that you can use when you create the ads. So the more you can put in here about yourself, the easier it's going to be to create the ads. If I were to do generate as an example, let's say just $1 a day donation helps one foster child and changes their life forever. Okay, I just made that up, but that's something that we're working on. So I'm going to say generate for me, and let's see what happens. Okay, so the problem is it went and got a product service name that I'm currently advertising for. Not exactly helpful. So I'm going to have to come back to this because I haven't used it before, but it does look like it just pulled in the most recent ad, which was, again, that day at Sea Life that we're advertising. All right, so if we went to the website, which isn't going to be helpful because I don't have products on the website, it should go find them as well. You can see that earlier today I was playing around with this, and I created a product called $1 one day, one foster child's life changed forever. So I already did this, and I did that manually through the same this process right here, add products or service manually. This is great because if I want to, now I can just come in and create an ad for this product. Okay, so again, all of this is just background for my brand, for my company. So we're going to leave that at that. Or I'll pause for a second and just see if anybody has questions. Oh gosh, we've had a lot of people join us. Alvin, Jerome, Quentin. Well, we've had 3 people join us, but that's a lot. So glad you guys are here. I'm just doing a little run through of the user interface because I don't know how many of you have used Launch Ads yet, but from yesterday to today, it looks like quite a few things changed as far as how the user interface works. So let's keep looking at it. All right. So that's the brand context. We now have this products and services. We've got these little buttons at the top, which looks a little bit different than it did before. But here's something that is also really nice that I just noticed today. Everything that I'm doing right now, you might go, well, I can go back and find the YouTube and I can watch it, or you can just click watch tutorial. And if you do that, this is going to guide you through
Let's set up your
everything
brand
that I just showed you. So they have added quite a few videos. Look, this here is going to show how the adding products works. So that's really cool if you have a store. All right. So look for these buttons that look like this, watch tutorial, because they've added quite a few inside. The developers have added quite a few inside there, which is great. All right, so we set up our brand context. The second thing that we want to do is I'm going to go back to home now. Excuse me. No, I'm going to go to advertise. And on the top of the advertise, top right, we have this little button that says connected accounts. And this is where you're going to go and actually, if you haven't done this yet, you're going to go and connect to your different ad accounts. And depending on the level, if you just bought the monthly, you're not going to see as many platforms here. If you bought the annual, and it's part of this, the CRM is with it, you're going to see all of the options. But this is where you go through the process of connecting. I can walk through that in detail. This one doesn't have a video, so that's kind of self-explanatory. Connect to your social media, connect to the ad account, add the pixel, all of the things that you normally do with running ads. And we can come back to that if you have specific questions. All right. So then this is where things actually threw me. So I went to advertise and I clicked on Meta to create a new ad because I wanted to play around a little bit with generating media. So I clicked on ad, and this part over here on the left, it looks similar, but it's got some new stuff at the top. So first of all, we're going to choose what's our goal. So we click on the pencil, and this also changed. So we can either drive leads to phone calls or lead messages. We can do website actions, traffic, product catalog, sales, or conversions. And we can build awareness by increasing awareness, boosting a post, or an engagement messages. So this is just, they've just kind of, I don't know, kind of categorized the different types of ads, which I think is probably helpful. But if you're used to it, it looks different than it did. So right now I've got it set for a Facebook pixel and to complete registration, which would be to actually donate, which is, if I do sales and drop this down, donate is one of the options. So I could do sales, and there's my pixel, and I can do donate as the option. I can save that as my ad objective, and then select what you're advertising. So again, if you have services and products, you can see right here, remember over in the brand context, I set up that $1 a day. So what you have in your brand context is going to show up here as a quick product that you can click. So I'm going to choose that, and you can see that it brought everything in for me, and it brought my images in that I had tied to that service over in my brand context. And these are, by the way, this is helpful. In number 3 here, it says add raw assets. And it says unbranded images, no logos, text, or colors. And you'll see in a moment why they said that. Because once we get these images in, and by the way, you could have also done this manually by just doing a quick lock, add more products or services right here, which would let you do essentially what we did over in branding, but you're doing it here. But I just chose the one that I already had, and I've got 6 images to use in the ad. And then we have the option of generating creatives or not generating them, generating the audience or not generating it, generating ad copy or not generating it. So that turning that on and off, I think that's brand new. But what we do is once we just have those little pieces at the top. This is what I'm trying to do. And we click generate. And what it's going to do now is, you can see over here in the bottom right, it's reading the website, understanding the business. It's just going to go do a review because it already did this in the branding. And then it's writing ad copy and finalizing creatives. So you can see over here, there's a video that's already created. I'm going to do something here. I'm going to stop sharing for a second, and I'm going to share audio. Let's see, when I share again, there's something that I have to click. Oh, it's already shared audio. Okay, perfect. All right, so let's go back. It's still working at the ad. You can see that it is telling me over on the left what it's doing. But what I'm going to show you is, okay, so here's a new, all right. All right, so let's go take a look at what, I'm going to click the ad combinations. We could click this play button here. It's pretty small there. says change futures for $1 in the little green thing up at the top. So it's going to generate multiple versions of videos. So let's go take a look at ad combinations. And let's see if we can't see these. Here's another video that it created. Foster Hope with $1. Join our foster family. I don't necessarily like these text elements. The good news is I can change them. Here's another one. Be the change for kids. Join our family of supporters for only. I like this one a lot better. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Instead of looking at them this way, I'm going to go down here to videos for ad. So these were generated on the fly. It took my images and it took my content, and then it generated these videos for me. So I'm going to go down and look at the videos. And this is going to give us a little bit better. Let's do this. We can see it a little bit better. Join our family of supporters for only $1 a day. Become the light in a foster. That's pretty good. Let's go see what it looks like. So it's got some images that come in. Unfortunately, used the same image twice. I can fix that. It's got the website there. Cool. Just so I didn't have any videos. I just had images. The point is I just had images, and Launch Ads is going to take them and create a video that fast. That's how quickly it created a video. So if I don't like pieces of it, I can click this pencil and open up a video editor. And you see that it used the same image there. I'm going to double click it. Let's see. I'm not going to take too much time. You can edit what the content. I could change the text if I wanted to. I could change this logo. I'm going to replace that with our actual logo. But you can see that you can edit the video to make changes to it. You can change the sound, the audio if you want your own audio, and upgrade the video to meet your standards. The other thing that it did, I'm going to say, yes, I want to close the editor. The other thing that it did is it created images, still images. So if we go look at those, make a difference today, transform a child's life. That's pretty, I like that. Probably I would work on it. $1, transform a life, change a future, join the impact, one day, one change. I like that. So these were all created by Launch Ads based on what we're doing. Support a child in need. Yeah, pretty good. Now, what it did then is, besides creating the creative, or besides creating the images and videos, the creatives, it also created primary texts and headlines. So have you ever wondered how a small act can make the world of a difference? At Fostering a Future, $1 a day helps transform the life of a foster child. So pretty good copy that's going in the ads here. If we go click see more, this is what people would see on the ad. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and each of those is a little bit different. And this is, again, the power of Launch Ads, because it's taking 4 of those, 4 headlines, and as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we could choose whether we want to keep these images or not. So I can go into it and say, I don't want this one, and just delete them. So you don't have to use the images it creates. You can use your own creatives. You can go to Canva, create an image graphic that you want, and put it in here as well. But what it's going to do is it takes the ads, the videos, the headlines, and the primary text, and then it creates ad combinations. So that's what I was showing you just a little bit ago. And every combination is one video with one headline and one text, different headline, different text, different headline, different text. And what it's doing is it's creating, I would have to count 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 times 4 on this one. And then we've got instant articles, we've got in-stream videos, we got video feeds, and we got stories. So it created all of these different iterations of this ad, which it's going to, once we get down to the bottom here and click launch campaign, it's going to launch all of them. I'm going to show you an example of this in just a moment, of one that's out there running right now. So we could say donate now. That changed the button on the ad right here. We can go to our targeting, and this is what it recommended for targeting. We can edit the targeting and get very specific on it if we want to. The website is where they're going to go when they click donate. Set the budget for the day, 15.5. I wonder what the recommendation is. What's the price of this service? Probably not helpful because I'm not selling something. So I don't remember seeing that recommendation before. So I'm going to just say we're going to start at $5 a day. We're going to see how this ad runs. And then at the bottom, we want to go name the video. So get a naming convention that has includes in it probably the audience. So if I change this, it would say women. I didn't change it at the moment. I'm going to say 28 to 60, and it's a video ad. And then I can click launch campaign, or I can do save a draft, which I don't really want to run this right now because I haven't gone through and checked all those videos and images. And those drafts are going to show up down here in my drafts. So we've got drafts, we've got scheduled, and we got recent ads. And that's how you create an ad. I'm going to pause for a second, see if there are questions on that. And if not, I'll go back to it and show you some other details.
I have some questions.
Great. Let's go to some questions.
Yes, sir, Kevin. Thanks. So let's say that in terms of land, right? I have ideal counties. I have very specific zip codes.
Yep.
And I'm able to build. So both, let's look at Google as options and then Facebook. Let's say that I can come up with everyone that owns it. I can have an idea of what their name is, etc. Can I build custom audiences?
Yes.
Based on those people, and then target those people, and make the ads retargeting ads from the beginning?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so you're going to set the targeting, you can set up and you can save the audiences. I didn't go through that, but you can save an audience specifically targeted to zip codes or a whole host of options. I think that was your question.
Yeah, 100%. Because this is doing light bulbs. And then how effective is it on Google Ads? So let's say, obviously, I'd want to start on Facebook. I don't think I can. But if I was going to do it on Google Ads, I could take different states, break them up into specific counties, then break up the counties into, well, I'll probably do it in the whole county, and then just go from there. How would you recommend that get done?
I will go.
And then would you recommend YouTube ads as well, or no?
Okay, so now you got into what I recommend, which is a great question. You got to wait for Greg for those recommendations, because what I do is show how to use it, but I'm not an ads guru. But you have great questions. I can show you what you can or can't do with the software, but I don't give recommendations because I really don't run many ads.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so hopefully that's fair. Great questions. Greg would be a much better person to answer that. And he would join us if he's not here already. Sometimes he joins and I don't know because I'm looking at different screens, but he would join us in the next 20 minutes or so. And then that's a great question for him.
Kevin, I have a question.
Yep.
I noticed that you are doing this through Launch Cart, but I sign in directly through Launch Ads.
Yep.
So is this something, if I'm understanding it correctly, is this something I can do straight through Launch Ads?
Absolutely. Yeah. You're using the exact same software. It's just that I'm accessing it through the CRM and you're accessing it directly. It's the exact same software.
So basically then what I would do, can you kind of run through at the start, like where at the top? Because what I've been doing is I create these assets, these images, and I actually have text on them, and then I go into chat to try to come up with some content, some ad content to go with it. But what you're saying is I don't have to do all of that.
You're overworking. You're not using the benefit of launch ads by doing that, which is it's what we always had to do before. And sure, I'll go back and do it step by step. There is all right, let me share screen. You should have now, again, I don't know if you were here right at the beginning, but
No, I wasn't.
The user interface changed today. So
Okay.
I was running ads yesterday, and today I went in and I I texted Greg right away because I went, I literally am almost lost in here because there have been so many upgrades. But let's just say you're going to run a Facebook ad, right? So before you do that, you should go over to brand context if you haven't already done this. Well, I know you haven't done this because this is brand new today.
Yeah, because I'm like, I never saw this. Okay.
Yeah,
go ahead.
no. I came in and said, wait a minute. Literally my first thought was, oh, I'm not in the right software. Yeah. So,
Okay.
so this is pretty cool. I'm going to go to, let's do add website. This is going to be confusing to the software, but what's your website? Oh, yours is you're advertising for your church right now.
Yeah, the
You're
creative.
kind of like
ones.
me. You got the same issue. We're not advertising products that have sales prices on them. Who on the call just to do this?
Oh, so this only works for products that have sales?
No. Just this piece right here that I'm showing is it's more beneficial. Does somebody have a store or a place where we can grab a product from?
Oh, you can go to my bookstore, the
Oh,
Dream
okay.
Journal.
I could do that.
Mhm.
I got one. Oh yeah, Enviroculture. Okay, let's do that. Copy link address. And I'm going to put it in here and I'm going to do get data from website. Whoops. Oh, sorry. Let's see what it does. Again, this is just the first time I've seen this. So I'll get back to you. Okay, cool. Look at this. So it went and it found sustainable gardening kits, composting workshops, eco-friendly. It found your products. It did not find images for it, but you can click here to upload the image, and then you can click use this product. So let's say we want to, that's selected, and we're also going to we're going to be advertising for eco-conscious gift baskets and save. So boom, just like that, it added your product to your brand, and from there you can click create ad. That's pretty crazy. By the way, again, this tutorial right here in the brand context, this tutorial is new, and you can click that and it will walk you through. I started watching.
Make sure you add raw assets.
Okay, so this is walking you through adding products to your brand. Okay, Cecilia, have you gone into the brand instructions and edited those?
Yes.
Okay, so you did that and you have your brand info set up.
No, I don't have a logo, but I
You
have
don't have-
everything else.
You don't have to have a logo. I mean, that's
Okay,
fine.
well, I have everything else.
So you did do that. Okay, great. So my point for everyone else is do this first because it's going to save you steps on the next step. So now let's go over here to advertise and let's go to Meta. And what we're going to do is, first of all, this changed. This at the top changed. What would you say you're trying to do? Traffic?
Yes.
Traffic?
Yes.
And we're going to save that.
Mhm.
And then we can do, so this is where you can look, those products I just added showed up here. So you could just grab those products. And Cecilia, you literally probably in your brand info, you could do, your product could be Sunday morning worship or something like that, where you always have it set up so you can just click on it here. If you don't, you can do quick launch, or you can do add more products and services, which takes you back over here. And you can add manually. So here's your service name, your description, and your website. So what I was showing earlier is, so this is we're getting ready to launch a campaign, a serious campaign for the rest of the year. We have a goal of 750 donors at $1 a day. And for the foster program here in Orlando. And so This is something I'm just playing with it right now. Make a real impact today. Your dollar makes a difference. This is just a little prompt that I created. It could be shorter than this. I could just say, give $1 a day and change a foster child's life. I could just put that in. But this is just the real basics of what we're doing. Then right here, add raw assets. So this is where, Cecilia, you're going to go in here and you're going to add, yeah, I can't click it. You're going to add just images. You can see that I just have images of kids in a family foster. No, it's not graphics that I created in Canva or anywhere else. And then with just that, with my raw images, I'm going to just click generate. And once I click generate, it's going to go take the combination of what I put in as the campaign, what I put in as the traffic is what we're trying to create, and then the images that I gave it. And right down here, it's generating targeting, it's writing ad copy, and it's finalizing their creatives, which are these images that it's going to create on the fly for me. Images and videos.
While that's okay, I'll ask you later.
No, you can do it. We were all sitting here waiting for it.
What? Okay, it's done.
Still working.
Okay, what I was going to ask is, if you are doing a ad, can you add other platforms? So like the ad that I was doing, my first ad, it was on Meta.
Mm-hmm.
And then I duplicated it. We talked about this last week, but I wanted it to be also on TikTok for the video, the TikTok for the video.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to add TikTok, but we'll pause that so we can keep watching what you're doing.
Yeah, we'll come back. Okay, so this is just, again, what it created. So I'm just going to go look at this. Every dollar counts. $1 hope. Be a hero for just $1 a day. Your small gifting hope. That's not bad. It's not terrible. That's actually pretty good. I probably would edit it a little bit, but it's a start. If you're foster hope for just one. Be a change maker. $1 matters. I think also that's not bad. I don't like the color. This one I can tell right now I don't like. Whoops. Yeah, I don't like that image. But the cool thing is you don't have to use it. And you come in here and you say, look, I don't like 2 of these. Let's generate more. And it'll just go take the same process. Look at that. It just created 5 more, 6 more. Whoops. And you can always click the little thing and see it. That's pretty good. I like that one. So that's the images. And then what you do is, you see at the bottom here where it says selected images? These are the ones that are actually going to be used on the ad. I don't want that one. So I'm going to choose, I got this one. Yeah. Together we build futures. I like that. I like building futures. Okay, so I just chose 3 to be actually in the ad. This is just options at the top, and at the bottom are the ones that are going to be in the ad. So you can see right here now, those are the images for the ad. I click on the video section, and I got the same thing. It has 4 selected already. But for every video, I can click on this little preview button, and it only used 1 image, so I probably, and then put the logo right over her mouth. I wouldn't want that. But as I was showing earlier, I can go into it right here and click the pencil, and then I'm in the video editor, which lets me change the images, change the text, change the timing. You can change everything about it. You could actually build your whole a video in here if you want. It's not a great editor. I wouldn't recommend using this as your main video editor, but you can edit what they've created, like right here on the fly.
Okay.
That's the videos and the images. And then also, without doing anything else with ChatGPT, it created these the primary text and the headlines for me.
But that's coming based off of the information you put in the brand context.
In the brand, as well as what I put up here in my
Oh, okay.
Describe what you're advertising. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we go to targeting. And this is where I'll just go in here. You can do this for pretty much any of them. I forget who was asking, but let's just go. Oh, we got to edit it. Sorry. We have to. Okay, this is different. Sorry. Give me just a moment. It just looks a little different. Do you want to exclude locations? What I want to do is I want to edit this. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm just going to write the 32259. There we go. So there's a zip code in the United States. Who was asking? I don't see the list of people. Somebody was asking about zip codes. So you can get very specific down to zip codes. Mario, thank you. That was one of the things you were asking about, right?
Yes, sir. I was asking zip codes, counties, and
Yeah. If I did earlier. Look at this right here. This Duval, Florida, that's the county that contains Jacksonville. So you can do. There's another county, Orange County, Seminole County.
Yeah.
You got city and
those are all
state.
in Central. Yep, Central Florida.
Oh, you know where I'm at then.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And so yeah, so you've got interests. You can say I want people who are you could have started with just people who are interested in social change, and then you could go down here and narrow your audience. I will say this, I'm not positive every platform has this same audience possibility. You can do related target. You can do a lookalike audience. Once you start advertising, you can retarget people. These both in Facebook, they depend on your pixel. So you can't retarget until you have some data. But you can also save this audience as an audience you just come back and use over and over by clicking save. So there's our targeting. Put it in our website. You've done all this, Cecilia. You put in your budget and then you launch your campaign.
Yeah, all of that is done. I wasn't using the automatic creation of the ads.
Cool. Well, now you will. Or you can.
I can.
Yeah, give it a shot. I would love to see how it goes. All right. Who would like to see some results? What happens once you run an ad?
Oh, absolutely.
Put a 1 in the chat. I need some participation here. Put a 1 in the chat if you'd like to see how the stats look, how you can see how your ad is running. Cecilia, you're the only one who wants to see.
No, I do too. I want to see whatever you got, man.
Okay. All right. So let's do share screen again. Go in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. I'm going to go back to advertise, scroll to the bottom, and you see these I ran a while ago, the two on the right. But these two right here, the one that says Family Day Sea Life and the one with the little turtle in a little kid's hands. These two I started on the 3rd. So they've barely been running 2 days. But I'm going to show you something. Oh, let me go back. I click on things without saying what I'm clicking on. So on the ad itself, we have the name that I gave it, the URL that's going to, which is a URL where people can sign up for tickets for this Foster Adoptive Day at Sea Life. And on the bottom left, there's this little chart. And if you hover over it, it says view results. That's where I'm going. And first thing I'm going to see is general overall results for the ad. So you can see I've spent $10, $5 a day. We've spent $10 and we've got 57 conversions. Now that's misleading because ultimately the way the system is working for us is they come to the page and then there's an embedded donation form from another platform. So essentially anytime somebody comes and clicks on that, it's counted as a conversion. But I can tell you very clearly 57 people did not buy tickets. I haven't looked since 10 o'clock this morning, but we've sold 3 in 2 days, which doesn't sound like much, but before this, we had sold 8 in 28 days. So 3 in 2 days is much better than 8 in 28 days if you do the math. However, and also, by the way, the reason the conversions isn't working is I didn't set the ad up with a pixel. I couldn't add a pixel to that other site. However, the click-through rate, people saw the ad and they clicked on it, is at 5.91%. And you can see right here, the benchmark is 1.5%. So when you're running an ad on Facebook, if you can reach 1.5% click-through rate, you're doing good. You can see that we're 294% better than what the benchmark is. I don't know about you, but I'll take 294% better than the benchmark. And over here on the cost per click, we're at 15 cents. The benchmark is $1. So this ad is performing really well, but the cost per million is a little bit high.
Cost per click, you said was what?
Cost per click was 15 cents.
Okay, but that negative means that
Yeah, it's better. So you're trying to get a lower cost per click. So the fact that it's green should tell you that it's good, but yeah, it's misleading because it says negative. It's 85% better.
So
it's 85% less cost than what the benchmark
Oh,
is.
is that what that means? Okay, because I'm
Yeah.
looking at mine's for ad. It's 19 cents.
Yeah, it's great.
In the green, it has minus 89.44, benchmark $1.80.
Yep. Is that what are you running on Instagram?
Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah. So
Because
you're
I
gonna
can't
get
tell, which one this is.
right. That's probably Instagram. Well, no, I clicked on
can you
Instagram.
tell?
Actually, I clicked on Instagram. So this is an Instagram ad. Sorry, I have 2 ads running. One is Facebook and one is Instagram. The one I clicked on was the Instagram ad.
Okay, can that's a good point. Can you show us how you know where this is running?
Yeah, I'll tell you how I know. I named it Instagram.
Okay, well,
But if I go to pencil,
okay, I'm getting ready to say you're
I
wonderful,
like
but for the rest of us, can you?
yeah, you want to name. That's why part of why you want to name your ads. But you have a great question. How do you
know where it's running?
How do you know where it's running after you started it? Let's see. Ah, right here, preview ads on Facebook. That is weird because this is an Instagram ad. I'm going in. This is my Facebook ad. By the way, I know that sometimes it will run them on both. Waiting for this one. So this is the Facebook ad. I clicked the pencil. It says preview ads on Facebook as well. So I don't know, Cecilia. It's a good question.
Because that goes into the other question, but to the point of the results. So the green means good, even if we don't quite understand how to interpret it.
Well, I mean, what you got to think about is, you can, if you hover over this little circle with an eye, it says cost per click is the amount you're charged for a click. The lower, the better. So if the benchmark for Facebook is $1.80, yeah. Also, by the way, I'm on Instagram, so it's only $1. That's what I was thinking. So that's why mine says $1 and yours says $1.80. Your $1.80 is Facebook. There, we can sleuth it out and figure out where this is being run, based on this. Do you see what I mean? This benchmark says.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, so this is being run on Facebook.
No, this one is running on
I'm looking
Instagram.
at mine.
Oh, yours. Yeah.
I'm looking at mine. So, well, that doesn't work when you get to the other benchmark.
Yeah, it doesn't show. It doesn't show Insta. Yeah, it does. 1.5% on Instagram and 1.75 on Facebook.
Yeah,
So
but
again,
when I'm saying I see what you're saying. So this looks like it's running on Facebook, and I wanted it to run Facebook and Instagram. So based on just looking at that.
yeah, we can come back to that. I want to keep going through these stats for everybody else. Yeah. So the CPM let me go here. Okay, so for Facebook or Instagram is not showing up here. For Facebook, it should be about $7, which we're higher than that, but it's not terrible. I mean, I've seen a lot worse CPMs than this, which is cost per million. This is how many people you're reaching for your dollar. So, but let's go. I want to look at some more things. Down at the bottom, you're going to see, you can see that I'm in week 1 here. Day 1, it created the ads, it checked if they were approved, and it approved them. Week 1, the ads are getting views. It's doing A/B testing. So the benefit is it put 20, 30, 40 different ads out there. And now it's running them and it's going, okay, which ones are performing, which image, which video, which text is performing, which one's getting the most clicks. And it's analyzing that performance. This is why you want to let your ads run for at least 3 to 5 days so that it can get some real data and start to analyze for you. Both Facebook and Launch Ads are doing that. Now, if I go up here to the top and I click Optimization and Insights, you can see, by the way, this is going to really encourage my graphic designer who created this one over here on the left, this graphic versus the one that was created by Launch Ads on the right. Lowest performing combination includes the one that Launch Ads created, but her image is part of the best performing. So kudos to her. Essentially what this is the best performing combination, meaning image, headline, and main text. All of those are put together in different combinations. And what Launch Ads is telling me right now is this Celebrate Family, Celebrate Life on September 27. This text with this image is performing the best. And if you want to see details down here, primary texts is what we're looking at right now. So we can see that this one right here, it has a 6.17 click-through rate. And again, if we hover over it, we'll see which one it is. This one has a 4.17. It's a little bit different. And then these have no click-throughs. Dive into a day of family fun. Nobody likes that one. And you see right here, it says bad. What it's going to do after you give it a little bit of time, it's going to actually remove these bad ones. So they're not even in the pool. But right now, what it's doing is it's emphasizing these guys are doing well, and it's tracking that. It's doing the same thing for images. And you can see here, here's the graphic that our gal on staff did. Here's the graphic that Launch Ads came up with. Hers got 61 clicks. Launch Ads got 4. This isn't a general principle. You wouldn't necessarily find that. The other thing, though, is Launch Ads only got 4 clicks, but we only spent $1 on it, and it's only 86 people have seen it versus 890 people. However, did somebody say something?
Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
No,
he always shows up, and I don't know he's here. And
yeah,
I
no,
think
that's what I was gonna say. There's the AI working, right? So it's allocating the budget towards the better performing. See, if you go look at the CTR, it figures out that CTR after a certain amount of impressions, and then starts getting more stuff. And then scroll, before I forget, scroll back up just a little bit, and now click on audience.
Yep, I hadn't
I've
gotten
been
there
listening
yet.
to you. Now click on placements. There's how you can tell where it's running.
Hey, look at that,
Okay,
Cecilia.
go back. Wait. You know, go back.
No. You're gonna have to spend. You got to like flip some tips for that one.
I got it. Okay.
That's good. That's helpful. Thanks. We can also look at demographics, by the way. And this is something that I'm going to talk to our team about, because we reach different people for different things. So when we're looking at people that we want to donate to our cause, we're going to get people up in the 45 to 65 range that are going to be more active on that. But when we are looking for people to bring their foster kids and adoptive kids to a day at the Sea Life, 25 to 44 is going to be where we're hitting. So, but the report is showing me that, and it's going to tune this ad just so you can see it already has. It's showing it to more people in that age range. So
I have a question, Greg. How
Wait,
does
wait,
it-
hold on. I've been here this whole time, and
Yeah,
you
no,
You
showed up.
said wait
Greg.
for Greg to come.
You showed up, Greg, and
you
it's like,
said
hey,
wait for
Greg,
Greg
I got
to
a question.
Totally diverted
I'm
the
gonna go.
audience,
I'm gonna
Kevin.
go use the men's room, and I'll be right back.
He
There you
literally
go.
is. All right, so there you go. I'm actually, my time is almost up anyhow. So, anything else you want to see before Greg gets back? Y'all are like, nope. We're pretty much waiting for
Kevin,
Greg.
see how quickly they turn on you, man?
Oh
No,
my
I would
gosh!
never.
I was like
No.
really winning here, and then all of a
Where's
sudden,
the love, Kevin? Where's the love?
there's the love.
Mario Kevin knows. I was just following instruction. He said, wait till Greg gets here.
Well, he did show us the answer to that one question, didn't he? So it's all good.
Right. Yeah. And I was wondering, how does it decide how much to spend on Facebook? Because I'm looking at the placement, and Instagram is not getting much love. And but Facebook is getting all the money.
It's because it's not performing on Instagram.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. I'm going to show you. I'm going to share screen a little bit more. And I'm going to go to my Facebook ad. So I made these specific, one for Facebook and one for Instagram. I had different graphics actually I used. So you should be seeing, what you're seeing right now is my Facebook ad. We went to optimizations. We went to audience, and we went to placement reports.
Oh, what's that right there? A classic, the top one. What platform is that?
I don't know. It only reached one person.
Okay.
So I'm not going to bother with it. You can see that. So this is
that's Facebook's audience network.
Okay. Well,
okay.
Audience network. But there you go, Cecilia.
So it's placing, so it sees where it's getting the best response, and then it shifts money from Facebook over to Instagram.
Yeah. So this one, you can see that it put 68 cents towards Instagram Reels, but it's getting a 6.25 click-through rate. So pretty good. I like this one right here, though.
Okay.
Right in the Facebook feed, 7.88% click-through rate.
Oh, gotcha. So, can I ask Greg a question?
You may ask Greg a question because it's basically almost 3:00, and he's taken over anyhow.
Greg, I just had a question about adding, because this campaign, we talked about it last week, and I wanted to add TikTok for the video, but how can you add a platform once an ad starts running?
No.
Well, you got to, first of all, your mind is a little bit confused on that. So each platform has its own connection. And so you can't take an existing campaign in Facebook and say, oh, run this on TikTok. No, you can duplicate the campaign and then run it on TikTok. But now it's only run on TikTok. So they're separate campaigns. And then you can, as you really get sophisticated, put those campaigns in an optimization folder and then say, well, reallocate my budget to whatever platform is working the best. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, they'll do that. But no, they're separate campaigns.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, actually, that's a good, and what Greg just said there, we don't need to get into it and show it, but one of the, again, the advanced things is once you get some ads running on different platforms, you can put them into what's called a folder, and then the folder will AI or launch ads will optimize the ads inside that folder based on, again, which platform is getting the best performance. So that's a cool feature. Not very many of us are at that place, but
yeah, you have to have pretty sizable budgets to even be worrying about that.
Yeah.
So and just to kind of wrap up a few things that you guys have been talking about for a few minutes, let me share my screen and then I'll kind of break out the Q&A. And all these new UIs, I'm still not familiar. I still not.
It's like today I went, am I in the right place?
Exactly. You guys see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I've been running ads for launch ads just to the homepage, and the homepage isn't optimized. I don't have what I need figured out properly. It's just not. You say my microphone's not good? Was anyone else experiencing?
I'm just saying your voice is real low.
Let me see. Testing 1 2, testing 1 testing.
Sounds
1,
okay to me.
Okay. So anyway, look at this. I spent, and this is at $10 a day. So this has been going for a while. Like I haven't even looked at this until just today. It's like I've been so busy. But $652 I spent, 622 clicks, $1.05 a click. Okay, that's not like what you just saw. But look at the CTR. Dude, that's freaking incredible. 10% click-through rate. And I've had 4 conversions. Now I have my stuff set up properly, and I'm spending $163.23 to get a customer. Okay. Now that's also a free trial. So I have to go look back at, they do the free trial on launch ads. Then after that, they pay either $97 a month or $197 a month or $17.73 a year. So I have to go look at how many of those free trials stuck. And I have to go look at what my revenues for those free trials. And I start to figure out my stick rate. But it theoretically, if I could get somebody for $163 and they're paying me $197 a month, I'm profitable month 1, right? And the one thing I want you guys to write this down. I want you to really pray about it. I want you to think about it. I want you to meditate on it. I want you to never, ever forget where we're going is I want to recoup my ad spend within 30 days. I want to run ads on other people's money. I don't have money to run ads. Get a credit card, have the credit card pay for the ads, get your money back within 30 days, pay your credit card off. Then as we start to optimize and AI starts to optimize, we want to get 2 times our ad spend. We want to get 3 times our ad spend back. So now we're getting our ad spend back, we're making money, we're making profits, and we can start to scale. And so I saw this and I'm like, holy macaroni, I got to go optimize my landing page. So I'm not doing any lead magnets. I'm not doing the exit pops. I'm not doing stuff that I know I could do because I'm just too busy. But I'm okay with the $163 acquisition. And so I'm going to, and again, going back to what you guys were just talking about, when I go to optimization and I go to audience and I go to placements, this is just Facebook. So I'm going to duplicate this campaign and I'm going to put it at $100 a day. So right now it's $10 a day and I don't want to screw it up. So I bumped it to $12 a day yesterday, right? You never, ever want to take something that's working good and it's like, oh, this is really good. Let me just bump it from $10 to $100 because it will reset the learning and you're screwed. Okay. I hope everyone understands what I'm saying. So I'll slowly walk this up, but what I'll do is I'll duplicate this campaign. I'll change a couple little things. Like look at the best performing age group, 55 to 64. I'll change just a couple little minor things, maybe the age, whatever, and then I'll put it at $100 a day and see if it competes at the same record. Because now I want to step up my traffic. And then going back to this right here, you hover over Audience Network, and you go, what? I never even heard of Audience Network. What's that? Okay, if you ever get stuck on anything, 2 things you do: Google, what is Audience Network? What is Meta Audience Network? And right here it tells you the Meta Audience Network is a platform by Meta that allows advertisers to extend their ads beyond Facebook and Instagram to reach users on various third-party apps and websites. And so I said, well, that's the Audience Network. I knew what it was, but so look, like everyone has to get in the habit of use Google, use your ChatGPT, use your AI tools to kind of get that stuff going. Okay. So anyway, I just want to kind of clarify a couple of those things before. Where'd my thing go? Oh, here's way over here. Before you go. Okay. I'm going to open up for questions and I am going to, I'm not going to stop the recording or do anything, but I am going to give a little training on something I did last week. And I call it the hook and hold method, the hook and hold method. So if you guys want to learn about the hook and hold method, hang tight because I'm going to show you something that I invented. I copied from somebody else, gave a different name, made it better. Okay.
Mario had a question, Greg, about recommendations.
Yeah, I can ask it real quick. How are you, Greg?
Good, man.
Hey, so I already have a list of target markets, a whole bunch of counties, and then I can go to the zip code level. And then I know who all the parcel landowners are in all these places. So what I was wondering was, if and when I get my Facebook account back, I could obviously use audiences. I could use I could put all these people in an audience and then target them directly. Or obviously I don't know if I'd want to use lookalike because I already have the exact audience. So how would you do that? And could you replicate that in any of the other platforms?
Yeah, no, and that's funny you said that because I just did that exact same thing this morning.
Oh, I love it.
So
Did you
literally
video
take your
it?
database, upload your database, create your own audience, and advertise to that audience.
Yes.
Right. That's really the simplest way. And a lookalike might, I don't know. Depending on the size of our audience, a lookalike might work, might not work. So for instance, for me, I just took an audience and uploaded it and gave it a name. And I'm doing some other stuff with AdRoll. That's another platform that I use for web retargeting. But I love this concept when it comes to marketing of you retargeting people, and that you make a sales pitch and they're seeing you. So again, what I would do is you take your audience, upload it, start running your ads there, then go get like an account with AdRoll. And maybe that's what you should do right now. So if your Facebook account's messed up, you could get an account with AdRoll. And I think AdRoll could run ads on Facebook for you. That's something I know they can. I don't know if you have to have an ad account. I think, yeah, I haven't done it so long. I don't know. And then, by the way, just what I bookmarked this yesterday. I just put in the chat a link to a company where these guys used to work for Meta, and they charge money. They charge, like $1,500 to $3,000 a month or something like that. But they'll get your ad unblocked, unfrozen, and they'll help you stay out of jail. And basically, it's some guy that used to work at Meta on the team there. And he's got these connections, and somehow they are allowing him to like charge people money. And then he picks up the phone, calls his buddy, and says, "Hey, my buddy Greg, he's got blacklisted. Can you open his account back up?" And he gets you right back online. I'm like, okay, that's a good thing to have if you're doing it. And then here's the other thing I would do. Now with that, if you start like a cold outreach campaign or a cold phone call campaign, if you did the combination of the ads, so you're following them on the web, not just Facebook and Instagram, you're retargeting them everywhere they go. They're on the Cadillac site, they're on the Yahoo site, they're on the Wall Street Journal site. They're seeing ads everywhere you go with web retargeting, along with your email campaigns, along with your phone call campaigns. So they're seeing you in multiple different omni channels. Does that make sense? And if your list that you're getting are big enough, you're going to be okay. If they're too small, it could be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, I know. I totally get it. Yeah, this guy you sent though, this guy is for guys that are doing big volume. I'm trying to get started. If I got to pay him $3,000 and then $1,500 a month, that's insane.
Yeah. Well, bookmark it. Bookmark it. So, but I think AdRoll could be a good solution.
My ad account, which was never used, back up and running. That would be insane.
Gotcha.
I did send you had asked me to put a support ticket in, and you were going to see if you could, I'm sure you're busy, you haven't gotten to it, but I'd almost want to try to exhaust that possibility as opposed to doing something like this.
Yeah, here, and I'm going to give you a Facebook phone number right now. 415-792-0300. So Facebook called me this morning. And this is the number they called me from. His name was Carlos.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Thank you. I would just call him and go, "Hey, Greg told me to give you a call. I need help with my ad account." And he'll give you some line. Well, I have to get assigned.
That's exactly what I'm going to do right now.
And whether they answer or phone, I don't know. But that they called, and that was my caller ID. So.
I'm gonna head out, Greg.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Kevin.
Catch you later.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin, thank you, man. You were great.
Thanks, Kevin.
Anybody else got any other questions, or should we go into the hook and hold? What I did on the hook and hold.
I can't hear you, honey.
Can you turn your volume up? Is your volume down?
Nope, it's all the way at the top. Kevin was really loud, and you're really low.
Let me go see if I can turn my volume up.
Okay. Is your mic in your front of your mouth?
Oh yeah, my volume was way down. How's that?
Much better.
Testing 1 2, testing 1
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, those guys are turkeys, Greg.
better?
What they do is they tell you that
Shit,
they
I'm
don't
hearing you
accept
now.
calls at that number.
All right. Anybody else got any questions? I'm going to go into the hook and hold. What I did on the hook and hold.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a freebie.
I have a few questions regarding the store. I can't activate my products. And I also need to know.
So I'm really getting ready to start spending $500 a day on ads, and I'm going to scale to $1,000 a day in ads. I'm going to scale to $1,500 a day in ads, and I'm going to scale to I'm getting ready to scale like crazy. And so I'm putting a lot of things in place. And my main thing is because I'm doing it for Launch Ads and Launch Cart and Launch CRM, I want to create my own custom content. And I'm not going to use, AI content. I'm just not going to do it. I will use some of the AGC content, the avatar content that we create in there. That stuff's actually converting really, really good for me right now. Actually, my little avatar thing that I created in Launch Ads is my #1 converting ad right now. So pretty cool. Okay. So how many people understand what a hook is when creating content?
Yeah, I think we all do.
Put a yes in the box if you understand what a hook is. Okay. Oh, I didn't hear you, Quentin. No. Did you type it in? Oh.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Quentin says, does this program run ads without a budget? No, you have to have a budget to run ads. All Launch Ads does is help you run the ads, manage the ads, writes the ads, split test the ads.
Right. See, that's good.
Okay. So I'm going to do a little recap. Let me pull up a PowerPoint for everybody. Boom. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to do a little bit of a recap just to bring people that haven't been here or haven't seen this where I'm coming from. And I'm going to be launching. I'm doing this. So I'm just taking you guys on the ride with me, and I'm taking things to a whole nother level. Right. And so don't get overwhelmed if you're not doing this, just learn, soak it in. Right. So I've been working on this thing called the Launch and Scale Ads Masterclass, because this is what I'm doing. So I'm going to create a course around what I'm doing, and I'm going to teach people what I'm doing. I'm going to charge people. I'm going to do a 2-day workship here at my office, and you get to come to San Diego, hang out with me for 2 days, and we're going to get this stuff done in 2 days. So along those lines, we're creating. I have the formula, right? And if the formula was the leads times the customers times the margins times the frequency equals your growth potential. And if you can double your leads, double your customers, double your margins, double your frequency, you can 16x your growth. And then we talk about the lead magnets and things like that. And then we kind of went into, we've talked about what to say, how to say it. And we said, okay, you must start with your ideal client profile. And look, if you don't have your ideal client profile, go over here to GPTs on ChatGPT, type in ideal client profile and create your ideal client profile. And it's going to give you the demographics, the haves, befores, purchase drive. It's going to help you get all kinds of cool information, right? And then we do our precision profit testing, where we're doing the testing of our ideal client. Would this help? Ugly ads, interrupts. And by the way, these ads are just, you can make ads, real ads with these kind of colors, and they convert better than branded ads, depending on how good you want to be on your brands. And then you get these results and you start doing that, right? You start to understand what's going on. So now I'm sitting there going, okay, now I want to create content. So what I do is I said, okay, I took a transcript that I had of what I wanted to do, and I wanted to create this hook points, right? What's a hook point, right? And then I start putting it into Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, ChatGPT. And the idea is, we all know what a hook is. A hook is like, what's the first 2 seconds, 4 seconds, get your attention and get you to listen. That's part A. But then I got to get you to hold. I got to get you to hook and hold. So I put in my framework, what I wanted to do. I said, make it into a framework. And then I did the framework. Okay, future pacing, unresolved problem, situation reliability, contextual framing, stories, controversy, novelty, insight, 5 senses, the common enemy. That's the framework. And then I said, okay, take this framework, and then I want to come up with a name for it. So like I didn't know what to call it. So it's like it gave me engagement triggers, retention drivers, magnetic moments, attention anchors, conversion hooks. And I'm like, I didn't really care for those. So I said, okay, I want to make this a lead magnet. I also want it to be a bonus that I can add to various offer stacks. So I want it to be part of my Launch and Scale Masterclass. So let's keep this in mind with coming up with the names. So then it came with the magnetic content method, the retention revolution, the audience magnetic blueprint, the viral engagement triggers, the hook and hold formula. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what I like, because we're talking about the hook, we're talking about hold, and it's a formula. The simple formula for creating content people can't stop watching, right? And again, once we all figure this stuff out, we can create content that people can't stop watching regarding your product or service targeted towards your ideal client avatar. The golden goose is going to start laying eggs, I promise, right? So then, I'm telling it I want to do a lead magnet. So it's telling me the name of the lead magnet, what it could be. And then I said, I like the hook and hold formula. So let's build what it wants to build. So I'm going to give you guys this in just a second. So the hook and hold formula framework and the cover page, and basically it wrote my whole my little giveaway for me. And then my lead magnet basically. And really it's like, what are the triggers? What are the hook and hold formula? How does it work? What's the call to action page? What's the bonus? Everything about it. So I just keep going back and forth. And in 15 minutes, I'm having this conversation with my AI assistant, and I create this amazing PDF. And actually, I don't have the beautiful PDF because I have my graphic person making it look pretty, but why it matters, why you have to do it, what it should be done, how to do it, everything about it. And I have this whole complete thing. And let's see if I get to right here. Now, I don't think I can put an attachment. I don't think I can put an attachment in here. I'm gonna go copy, and I'm just gonna put the text. I think you guys can copy and paste. So there's the the whole thing. You guys can copy and paste that. And then I am going to get the PDF all looking pretty, and then I'll make sure I post it into the Facebook group for you guys to kind of use it. And then the idea again is we're going to have the hold and hook formula, and we're going to keep in mind. And then again, what you do now with that information is you go and take your ChatGPT and you say, hey, take this document, the hook and hold formula, like create a document out, get rid of the beginning and the end, right? And just name it the hook and hold formula document and framework. And then you say, here's my ICP. Here's the hook and hold formula. I need to create 5 video ideas that I can create videos for my ads that incorporate this hook and hold formula based on my ICP. Help me create 5 ideas for scripts. And then have you give you 5 ideas, pick one, and then say, okay, now create me the video script for that. Okay. And then pick the second one, help me create a video script for that using this formula. Then you can do the video. Like I'm going to do some of my videos, but I'm also going to create some UGC. I'm going to go into my UGC creator and launch ads, and I'm going to upload my script. Right. So now I'm not letting AI kind of create a script based on what it does there. I'm taking it to a different level, and I'm going to create my own script using my own frameworks, using my own ICP. And then I said, wait, this isn't very good. This isn't working. This isn't working. So then I said, it's not necessarily in my voice. It was really good, and I liked the content, but I wanted it in my voice. I wanted to talk like I talk. And so then I said, okay, here's what I got to do. So I went to my past StreamYards and some of my past webinars and training. I downloaded the transcripts from 2 of my trainings that were an hour and a half long. It was just me. And then I went to another ChatGPT and I said, hey, I want to take these transcripts and I want to create Greg Ryder's brand voice. How do I talk? What's my language to talk to? Then I went into Prompt Cowboy. I took the prompt, my lazy prompt that I created. I went into Prompt Cowboy and it created me a beautiful prompt. Hey, we want to create, you're a professional copywriter and you know how to write like you're, Hollywood, and you're doing narration. And it created this beautiful prompt. I then took that prompt back to ChatGPT. I labeled that prompt with 2 hour-and-a-half transcripts of me teaching and coaching, and then it created my brand voice. And let me show you this. This is just so cool. So then I went back to what I was working on. I said, okay, redo everything we just did, but do it in my voice. And so it's like, and again, maybe it's not in your voice. Maybe it could be in the voice of your ideal client. It could be, you think about that. What voice do you want it to be in? And then that way you're really starting to dial in. And then I took that, and I also incorporated a smaller version of that, and I put it into launch ads into the brand voice section, or not the branding section. Okay. So let me just show you what I came up with. And again, this is why I want to teach you guys these tools and how to use these tools to take things to a whole other level, because everything I'm talking about is going to lower your customer acquisition cost. It's going to increase your click-through rate, and it's going to talk to your ideal client, right? That's the goal, right? So look at this. So here's my voice. Then after I did all that, I had another thought going, wait a sec. I've taken the DISC. Anyone taken the DISC profile, personality profiles? Is anyone taken a personality profile of any kind? So I've taken a number of them. So I had a folder with all my personality profiles. And I said, oh, now here's my brand voice based on these webinars, but now take my personality profile and combine that and redo my brand voice. So this is my brand voice version 2.0, right? And it's like, I'm a bottom line, results oriented and competitive while still teaching to empower. I'm a connector with steady coach and energy. I'm friendly, optimistic, and people driven, patient teacher who keeps the room engaged. I'm accountability builder. The buck stops here. Leadership. I own my outcome and next steps. Practical, independent operator, favors, faith anchored and values forward, gratitude, integrity. And so I'm like, oh, this is so beautiful. So now I have my brand voice, and now I'm starting to incorporate faith into what I'm having it right. And I'm like, oh, this is so much better. So then it's got my tone characteristics, quick teaching moment. You guys have heard me say, oh, stop, quick teaching moment. See what I just did? Here's what I did. Here's why I did it. Here's what's going on. I'm confident and invitational. I'm data anchored, ROI first, ownership and integrity, light humored, vocabulary preferences, utilize synergy, fit, paradigm shift. So anyway, it created this whole thing, my brand voice. So now I saved it. I created a document with it. And of course, ChatGPT can remember this stuff, but I always now use, hey, when writing this stuff for email, and then look at this, it's giving specific email copywriting specific instructions. And we did that because when I went into Prompt Cowboy asked me, what are you going to be using this for? And I said, I'm going to be using it for emails. I'm going to be using it for sales pages. I'm going to be using it for social media. I'm going to be using it for website content and email copywriting. So then it gave specific copywriting instructions. Always lead with one promise and one proof. Keep paragraphs 1 to 3 lines. It just knows me, right? So now it gave me information for webmasters, email marketers, and I'll give this to my team, and boom, we're going to be able to create better copy in my voice and do that kind of stuff. So I just get so excited when I see how fast and easy. Again, that was a 45-minute job from A to Z. And now I can use it over and over and over and over and over again. And everything I do is going to be better, and it's going to be in my brand voice. Now, I was asked to create a little training for various clients to do the same. So one of our big verticals is golf. My son's at golfinfluencer.com. So I'm going to create a training. He's going to take his golf instructors. He's going to take their videos and their YouTube videos and just basically do the same thing. So as they're starting to write new scripts and websites and emails and lead magnets for their golf instructors, they'll be able to write the emails, the lead magnets, the websites, landing pages in the voice of that golf instructor based on the words that they use, based on recordings we've taken and fed into the AI. That's an AI masterclass right there, people. You guys got any comments, questions, thoughts? On a scale of 1 to 10, what did you like? What did you think of it? Give me some feedback.
Are you able to hear us, Greg? See, I don't think he's hearing us.
I think you guys going back to the chat. I don't see anybody commenting.
Yeah.
Greg,
All right.
we're talking to you, but you
Questions
don't
or
seem to
comments?
hear
I have
us.
I don't hear you. I don't know why I don't hear you. So if you're
You're all
muted.
talking, but you're not hearing us.
You may
Oh, I'm not hearing you. What the heck is going on? Let me go back to.
With us to be.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
We have been
We heard you.
We have been talking to you the whole time,
Man,
brother.
I don't know what's going on here at my office. My speakers are not working. Okay, there we go. I got some speakers working again.
I don't think he hears us.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I'm
He
here.
hasn't been hearing us for like 30 minutes because I was making comments and he wasn't hearing us.
Yeah, no, I was not hearing you guys. Can you hear me now?
We
We always heard you.
Okay,
We didn't hear
I
you.
hear you guys now. I hear you now.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you were going over that information, Greg, if you like the stuff you pasted on the chat is we can't do anything with it. But if you take the link and you send that, we'll have the whole chat and we can grab the PDF.
Okay.
And for feedback, that stuff you went over is gangster. I mean, it is really good stuff. It is what we all need to be doing.
Yeah. No, it really is. And then I taught this to my VAs, and they're like, "Wow, you really are smart, Mr. Writer." And I'm like, first of all, don't call me Mr. Writer. Second of all, I'm just applying what I learned. So there's the chat GPT, and you guys can go download it and copy it from there.
Hey, Greg, I did that stuff some time ago in terms of uploading my writings and all of that. So I have my chat project that has my writing analyzed and my style and all of that. And so what I had been doing was taking the graphic I created, drop it in my project and say, hey, give me an ad, of course, in my own brand voice for this graphic. And then I would take that and then I would put it in Launch Ads. But then when it would optimize it, it would change it that's not necessarily in my voice. So
Yeah. That's just the technology is so new, and I don't even know how to get around that. And that's why a lot of times you just do it manually. But I'll show you what I do. So I come back here to where did it go? When I go to brand content and I go brand info and I go to instructions,
right.
I'm posting that stuff right here. I don't know why it's not saving it though. See, it didn't save it.
Right. I did that. I put it all in there, but when it's optimizing, it's not really in my voice, even though I've given it all of the information.
Yeah. No, and I don't think for the kind of budgets you're running and what you're doing, I don't think you need to worry about it. I mean, you can pick it, but for me, when I start spending $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a day, I want it dialed. I want it dialed in, right? So I'm doing $100,000 a month. It's got to be dialed because every little, for me, when you start driving, let's say I'm even $1,000 a day, I'm driving 1,000 clicks a day. So if I get a 1% change, that's a big deal, right? 1% here, 1% there, 1% here, 1% there. That's 4 or 5% on 1,000 clicks. That's a lot. And then you say, okay, let me multiply that to 10,000 a day. Now it's just multiplied. So you really got to dial it in. But I think it's just a matter of you just keep working with it and keep optimizing it and never give up and just keep tweaking it and keep going. Hey, I just realized I have a 12:30 hard stop. So has anyone got anything in 1 or 2 minutes I can answer? But I do have a hard stop here at 12:30.
Yeah, I was having an issue with my store. I was trying to activate the products. So when I selected all of them to activate, I hit active and they're not showing up. And then also, what's the best way to integrate my store with my website? Or should I bring my website to my store? If that makes sense.
Are you talking about a launch cart e-com store?
Yes, sir. Yep.
When you say activate products, what do you here? Share your screen real quick and show me.
Let's see. Okay, let's see. Yes, to allow you. Geez. Okay. Can you see anything?
Not yet.
One second. Oh, here we go. Come on. It's loading. All right. Can you see it now?
Nope.
It started to load and then it stopped.
There we go.
What about now? Nothing?
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Screen share.
Yeah, that's it.
There we go.
Yeah, now
Okay.
it looks like it's loading. Yeah.
Okay, so now go into my draft products.
Uh-huh.
I want to activate them all. So
Oh, you just want to turn them all on? Yeah,
right,
click
and
that.
I did this, and then I did that, and then I did this. Hit confirm. Okay.
Here, let me try that too. Let me look it up. I'm going to look it up on my side. That could be just a bug, because what you just did is exactly how you should do it.
Right, I was thinking of bug as well, but I'm unsure.
What's the email on the account? It's the EnviroCultureFarm@gmail.
No, beachcityprepper@gmail.com for this account.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Beach, like Palm Beach. So Beach City Prepper.
That's the email?
That's an email for my account, but the actual website is Enviroculture, info@enviroculture.org. I'm not sure which one you're asking for.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at the wrong account.
Let's see. How else would you look me up? Oh yeah.
Okay,
Enviroculture
that helps.
Farm.
That helps.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Huh. That's weird. I'm not seeing those products. What the heck? That's what I see. That's what I see right there. So, so we're under maybe draft, maybe, or what? Why don't I see the other one?
Yeah, this one has been active a while. Now,
Okay, so let me go to drafts. Hold on. So if I go to drafts, you might have to just do them one at a time, seeing there's only 4 of them. But let me see if I can change it. Let me just see if I get the same bug.
Yeah, I tried doing it one at a time last night. Let's try again. Oh, once it's active, it should remove itself from the drafts, I assume, right?
Yeah. It's that bulk one's not working. I'll submit a bug request on that, but I just did one manually and it worked.
Okay, let's see if it works.
Like I'm going to do the kitchen bonanza right. That one's ready to go too. But it looks like the kitchen bonanza is not assigned to a category.
Yeah, I need to do that, but that was still being hashed out. Does it have to be assigned to work?
No, it just you won't see it on your. I don't know that you'll be able to find it on your website.
Okay. Right. So it's best to assign it just give it a while.
Okay, I do got to run.
Okay.
Hit up support if you need to, or ping me on Facebook or something. And appreciate everybody.
All right.
I think we got a meeting.
All right. Thank you.
So, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Talk to you guys later.
Talk to you.
Yep. Cheers, buddy.